There's a look up at the CN Tower, which opened on June 26th, 1976, which means not too long ago. It just celebrated its 50th birthday, and it stands at 1,815 feet or 553 meters tall. And up until 2007, it was classified as the world's tallest freestanding structure. Although that is something that is often debated. It had that status in the Guinness Book of World Records. And there's Ripley's Aquarium. And hey there, today is Saturday, July 5th, 2026. It is 2:10 p.m. The temperature is about 24 degrees Celsius. And as you can see, it is overcast today. I was kind of hoping it would be one of those clear and sunny days. But this is quite pleasant when there's a bit of a breeze blowing through. I just finished recording a video that took me from Union Station down to the Fun Philippines Festival, taking place at part of the Harborfront Center. There's where you can get tickets to go up the tower if you waited to the last minute. But what I'm going to be doing for this one is making my way north through the entertainment district. And maybe I'll go take a peek at that new store, Flying Tiger, at the Eaton Centre. That's a new store from Copenhagen that's recently opened up and had a fair bit of buzz. I've heard it described as kind of a cross between a Dollarama and a mini IKEA. And that straight ahead is the Skydome, of course. It's more fun walking through here before a Blue Jays game, but they're over in Seattle, and I think next weekend is the All-Star weekend. Shortly after the Skydome opened, it hosted All-Star weekend. I think with the new renovations and the revamped interest in baseball in the city, it would be a good candidate to host that again. This bridge takes us over the rail corridor. All right, I'm going to head up John Street at least for a few blocks. Where I'm walking now, once upon a time was part of John Street. The roundhouse in the opposite direction is called the John Street Roundhouse. And that, at one point in time, believe it or not, was one of the ill-fated Planet Hollywood locations. There's a few different festivals taking place this weekend. There's the Taste of Lawrence up near Wexford and Scarborough. I had a thought to go to that one. I've done it a few times in the past. At Nathan Phillips Square, where I might be passing through later, there's a Taste of the Middle East Festival. There's also Ribfest at Dundas Square. You might see that one later as well. And the Fun Philippines Festival, where I just was, down at the Harborfront Center. And that's just a typical weekend in the city. There's always several events and festivals going on. Although the ones at Nathan Phillips Square and Dundas Square tend to be not that imaginative. They're often very similar to the rest of the festivals that ran in those spots earlier in the year. Burger, fries, beer, $14.99. Not a bad deal. And this has been here for as long as I can remember. This giant block of electric transformers. Looks like my timing was horse shit. There's the CBC home. The last few Sundays I've been downtown, it's felt quite lively and had more Saturday energy, but this one definitely feels more like you would expect a Sunday. What's that car doing? It's Metro Hall. I imagine there'll be a number of people out on Queen Street and at Nathan Phillips Square. Brazil plays Norway at 4 p.m., which is excellent. I'll be home in time to see that. There's definitely going to be some watch parties going on. That would be a fun game to watch in the Corso Italia area, and probably Little Portugal as well. That is Mercer Street, once home to the Second City, as well as Wayne Gretzky's, over on the other side on Blue Jays Way. If you don't mind a bit of mugginess, it's actually a really nice day to take a walk around the city. There's a dude with a giant camera. This is King Street. There's a look at Forna with its crinkled glass facade. Well, only part of it is. I don't think I'll ever grow tired of the zoom on this camera. It's quite ridiculous. crazy on a really hot day when the sun is just beating down. These patios get rammed, but I think this is a much nicer patio day. Get a gentle breeze. You don't even need to be in the shade. So really there's no bad seat. Burger, fries, forever. That once upon a time was where there was a Sweet Jesus, kind of an Instagram themed ice cream shop.
And I wanted to say,
it'll be a good spot to watch the soccer game later. This is Adelaide Street. This would be a great day to have lunch on a patio. This place over here has been reinvented a number of times. Now it's Cabana Bar and Grill. That was a Milestones at one point, and right across the street you had a Jack Astor's. That's been listed as restaurant opportunity for probably close to a decade now. Seems like whatever opens up in that spot, it doesn't stick very long. I like that guy's t-shirt, I am the law. And often on a hot day, there would be a monster lineup in front of this place. It's a bit surprising. I don't normally backtrack. I'm just going to go a little bit in this direction. Yeah, Queen Street. Looks decently busy, but not its usual lively summer weekend self. Let's just move along this way. I'll save an end-to-end Queen Street walk for the near future.
It was so cool on the video.
That patio was packed a day ago. I walked by here in a live stream. The Chum Building. This place has a location on Spadina that's always lined up. I do not understand the appeal of that brand. Maybe someone can fill me in down in the comments. Let's see if I can find this Flying Tiger store in Eaton Centre. I'm not going to promise to do a detailed walkthrough of it. It's always awkward in tight spaces, especially if it's busy and lined up. I might not even go in it if that's the case. Gelato. There's bound to be a lot of that Brazilian yellow out today. That guy just said, that guy is filming. He got that on video. She was commentating the adventures of that pigeon. As we make it to University. Where people don't know how red lights work, apparently. They're expanding Osgood Station to accommodate a new platform for the Ontario line. Just pay rent and earn Aeroplan points. I basically do that anyways with Chexi. I'm churning an Amex Gold card where I have to spend $1,000 a month to get a 5,000 point per month bonus. I already earned the initial 30,000 point bonus. So to do that, I hooked up my Amex card to Chexi. They charge 1.75%. But every time I pay my rent, I get about 6,200 points. I get the 5,000 bonus points plus 1 point per dollar off my rent, so that more than makes up for that 1.75%. And then Chexi gives you Aeroplan points on top of that. Hear the noise at this festival. Let's detour through Nathan Phillips Square. I think there's plans to restore the water feature in the square once the World Cup is over. In a way, it kind of feels like it's over now with no more games being played in Toronto. And with so few teams left, we're down to 14 after Canada and Paraguay were eliminated yesterday.
Johnny.
Oh, I said Taste of the Middle East. It's the Toronto Arabic Festival. You may be videotaped, photographed, or recorded. Well, that may be the case wherever you go out in public anyways. I don't think the ball completely crossed the line there. That guy was crying that it was a goal. Well, viewer just said hi and waved. Performances on the main stage, lots of food vendors set up, celebrating music, art, and culture. Take a mini detour through here. 4 for $30, $10 for a heavenly watermelon slushie. Who's that stud? Arabic French fries, AFC poutine. Oh, this is nice. Oh, nobody performing on the stage, it's just a DJ. If there's any music missing and you're wondering what I'm talking about, that's because it would have been removed from the video due to a copyright claim. But I think because of the festival, they're not going to be showing the World Cup here. And with the festival at Dundas Square, they're probably not showing it there either. Neat view of the CN Tower. This ramp has been closed off for the past few years. Go see if I can at least get a peek at this Flying Tiger store. Apparently, I just looked it up, this store started in 1995 in Copenhagen, originally called Tiger, because many of the products initially cost 10 Danish kroner. And the Danish word for that is tire, which sounds similar to tiger. It was rebranded as Flying Tiger. And much like IKEA, it's known for its Scandinavian design. And it opened on June 26th, which sounds an awful lot like the day the CN Tower turned 50. This is the first of many locations planned for the Greater Toronto area. They have more than 1,000 stores worldwide in over 45 countries. Apparently they sell stationery and school supplies, home decor, kitchen gadgets, toys and games, arts and crafts, party supplies, seasonal decorations, snacks and novelty food, small gifts and accessories, and most items are under 10 bucks. So it sounds kind of like a discount version of that Japanese store, Muji. Some more cell phone zombies in the wild. I don't know how people can do that, bury their head in their phone, stand on the left side of a walkway, and just plow forward expecting people to jump out of your way. At least that guy kind of sensed I was there. Oh, it's like an oasis in here. And I think this store is down a level. Welcome to the busiest mall in North America. also the best located one. It's got 2 subway stations at either end, Queen and Dundas. Some might call it TMU. But I think it's right below where I am now. That Aritzia recently expanded. Adidas, Hot Mart. That's where you get those ridiculous, I'm forgetting what they're called. Little fuzzies people stick on their backpacks and pay way too much money for. There used to be a Microsoft store down here. All right, I heard it was on this level near the Gap. There it is. There's a dude at the door handing out shopping carts. All right, I'm gonna line up and put my camera away. I'll resume once I'm in. And we are in. I took off my microphone to not draw any suspicion. Get a microphone for a microphone water gun for $6. Honestly, it's just people going through a long maze. This kind of crap. Sleep mask, $9. I wonder. $20. A lot of stationery. Mini foosball, $55. Snacks. So there's this store called Miniso. Basically, this reminds me a whole lot of. Will I ever go back? Maybe if I need some random knick-knack, but certainly not lining up and dealing with that kind of crowd to go through there ever again.
There's like a walkway so the free.
Alright, let me put my microphone back on. And I'll get moving in a moment. Alright, let's blow this popsicle stand. Bikini Village. Zoomies. Susie and Le Crapeau have merged. These escalators down to the big food court have been out of service for quite a while. There's Hot Topic. Not the kind of place a 45-year-old dude shops. Oh no, I tapped into the subway at 12:52 p.m. on my way down, and it is now 2:52 p.m. I have wrapped this video up a few minutes earlier. I would not have had to have paid a second fare. Tangulu? And oh look, another festival. It's Ribfest. Well, it's been a day and a walk. They're protesting eating animals. I think security is removing her.
Stay outside.
Obviously, you can debate it ethically, but what you cannot debate is that animals can be delicious. Kind of feel this is one of those cases of you get a trophy, you get a trophy, and you get a trophy. All these places are the best. I won't lie, that looks fucking good. But I am going to wrap this up and make my way home. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button down below should you wish to say thanks that way. So from not whatever the hell that sign says, but from Young Dundas Square, I want to thank you oh so much for watching. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Yoink!